Okay, so the last time we are talking about the CSS, how to be able to add the CSS to our HTML pages. Let me preview our previous for our home page now, which we are adding CSS to. Last time we talked about how we can use a CSS text to be able to change the text, and we also talk about the CSS for font too. So we use the font to be able to change the font, converting this one to the uppercase by using what? Font. We use the font name, and we also are using text like align it to the center, and also use the text transform that used to convert all the title of the product text to uppercase again. So and the button. So now we are now continue with it by coming to what we call a CSS list, the link and the image. We want to look at the CSS image first now, link now. How to apply a CSS, how to apply a link in CSS. And before that, let me check our previous page. We are using this particular this CSS file. Okay, we are using this CSS file style. So this is the style we use now. So we are going to continue with this our CSS for style. So I want us to start with the word with the CSS for link now. You can use our previous word navigation word link here now. So we are going to see how to apply a CSS word link. After the link, we can now discuss how to apply the CSS word image. And after the image, we will now come to CSS word the list now. That is it. So these are the three I want us to look at today. So by Saturday again, we can now move to the next three again. So I don't want us to rush us much. Now, on the CSS link now, you can want to see how you can use the CSS link to transform the navigation on our home page here. You get it now. So when we are talking about CSS link, there are different type of the property you can use for the CSS word link. Let's look at it now. Because if you are applying the CSS to a link, there are different states for CSS link. Our link can have for a link normal tag, and that is the visited link again. That is when somebody has visited a page. Another way you can have on our link is active. Active is what? Active is defined as type for link when they are being what? Clicked. That's what the active is. When the link are being clicked, that's when they say active link. When the mouse is over, that's what it say over. And the page they already visited, the color of it can also change. So all these are the different type of the CSS you can apply to a link. So to apply CSS to a link now, we have some sample rule we can have for CSS link here now. So let me copy this one now before we need to start applying to our page. I'll put this one inside our CSS style file we have created before. But I'm going to create a comment to define the title tag. This is the CSS link now. So we know that this is where the CSS link starts from, and I paste it now. Okay, I can also put the date for this one here down, that this one was discussed on the 10th 07 2025. Okay, 25 now. Good. When I say a link now, this will simply mean that our navigation word link is going to have the color by default, which is going to be color red. Before I will save this page, you can see my navigation link now. You can see the color that is there is not red. You get now. So this time around, applying this link word, navigation link we have for color red. The second one is a visited word link. This means after we have already visited the page, that page go to turn to what? To purple here. That is why we have visited link. But you can decide to change your color to any color of your choice. Does not mean it should be a color like this. Over mean when my mouse is over a link, we want the color to be what? To be green like this. That is for the one over. But active link is that one when I'm being clicking on a button, when user is clicking on a particular word link, you want the color to be changed. I want to change this color to what? To black now instead of this word white. So I'll add another 0000. Okay, that's for the black now. So all these are the word and the link I need to apply to what? To my CS, to my link now. On display, color should be what? Red, and text decoration is going to be none. But we are applying the word the border to replace the text decoration. So the border is going to be what? To be 1 pixel, and going to see the default color, which is color what? Red again. So once I save this page again, let's see, can you see now? The reason why all this page appear like this is what? The link is, the page already visited before. Now let me copy this word URL here and paste on another word browser like this word Chrome now, and I pasted on Chrome and I press enter key. Can you see the word? The color is now red. That means that what? It has not been what? Been visited what before. That's why it is what? In red now. So let's see how each of these color what now will change. By default, it says red. When a page is being visited, it change to this. But when the mouse is over, it change to the green. Let me move the mouse over this. Can you see now? That's mouse over effect. And at the same time, when I'm about to what? To click, color should be what? Black. Let's see that again here now. I want to click this page. Can you see color is now black when I click on it? Clicking it, you have to hold down your button on it. That is going to be active color now. The active color here is what? Is black. And that is it. You know, I click the contact us again. You can see the contact I click here, the color have changed to what? To purple. So when I return back to the index page like this, can you see now? The color is now changed to what? To purple here. That shows that what? Out of all the 5 pages I have here, a contact here has been visited. This will make a user to know the page he has visited or the page he has not visited, in case when you are browsing on a website that have a several links or news site again. That is it. So this is one of the way you can apply the CSS to our to the HTML page. So apart from this one here now, we want to also look at how can we transform this particular page again. I want to see how you can apply another CSS to change this particular page. You know that when we created this page, we use a table. Good. So let me return back to to that HTML page. We use table for the for the navigation section of this particular page. So can we now apply CSS to that table, or we can apply CSS to to the navigation? So the table we apply CSS to now, you can see all the attribute that is there now, like width and the and the center. So I want to change this one by using the CSS for this TD for the table, and I'm going to call it nav. So therefore, I'm going to the style here now, so that, and I'm now going to say dot dot nav or dot nav link. Okay, so I open the braces now. The two information I want to apply to this table, now I want to remove the width and the attribute center. I want to replace with the CSS rule. Good. So the CSS I can use for this particular width now, it still remain the width. I can say the width. But this particular 220%, okay, column can still use 20% too. I think that's still good. That's one. But what about the align? That's going to be text align, and that is center now. So with this one again, I remove this. I can now apply this nav link to to the TD of this particular table here now by say class equal nav link. So I can remove the rest here again and apply the nav link to them. Because initially, we use the CSS attribute for this, but the CSS attribute can now be changed to nav link, and the next one will become nav link, and nav link, and the last one here nav link. So in case I want to apply another CSS rule so that everything can be changed at once, so that's why I have to convert this one to CSS. So if I preview the same page again, you see it's still not different from what you see. It's still the same thing. Now, I now want to make more changes to this CSS here. So I can return back here now. Can I apply the background color to that thing? I'll say background color. And this time around now, there's a color I'm using initially before here. From the previous side, I'm maintaining that color as a background color now. That is it. I get it now. So this is my background color. And let me see how the background color look like here now. Can you see now? That is it. So after the particular background color now, I want something like what? So I can over so that this color can also change. So I can return back to here and use the over for that link here now. So and the over, I'm going to see apply the same over rule we applied initially in previous button. So this time around now, I don't need the width, I don't need center. I only need to change the background link. Okay, so I'm going to apply the background link now is going to be white, and I'm still going to apply border. So here now say border 1 pixel and solid, and after that I'm going to use color green again. Now say green, that is hash 00. There will be space first. Okay, hash 00600. Okay, good. So that is it. And background color here, I'm now going to turn it to what? To white now. That's going to be what? FFFFFF. When you are using your hexadecimal color, you cannot use more than 6 hexadecimal digits. So, and that is exactly what you did here now. So let me see how this one look like first again. You can see now. Good. You can see now. You can see now. You can see now. You can see now. So this is the effect of this navigation now. You can see that my navigation here has changed completely. That is what we want the navigation to do. So if I return back to this again, I can come to this. You can see that I already have the height for this particular table before. That's why the height of this particular navigation is going up like this. So apart from that again, this table height can also be changed. A CSS can also be written for this particular table too. Instead of having all this particular one for the table here, a CSS can also control this again. You get it now? So if I'm going to do that one again, I will just call this one off. I will now say class 1 equal maybe as nav table. Nav table now. Okay, that is it. So returning backward to the CSS here now. Okay. Come on now. Oh. Okay. So returning back to the CSS table, I can say dot nav table now. Okay, let me confirm once again. Okay, where is it here? Okay, nav table. Okay, so nav table having this row, I'm going to change one by one. Number 1 is the border is 0. So right here I will write the CSS rule for border now, and I'm going to put it at as 0 or none. 0 means there's no border. Okay, that is it. 2 now is the width is 100%. So the width now, I'm going to be 100%. And the third one is the height. Okay, the height now is 50 pixels, I can make it 40 word pixel now instead of using 50 word pixel. So all these are the new CSS property to replace the attribute we used before. Okay, so now with that again, let me save this and see how this one look like. And I also save this one HTML word page here now. Can you see? They had to reduce a little bit. That is it too. So the next one now is what? Can I apply CSS to this share button here? Yeah, I can do that again. Do you get it now? So if I'm going to do that, I'll look for the element I use to create that particular share button. And this element is what is the input word type shares. Do you get it now? So I can now apply CSS to this. I can create my own class CSS here again. Okay, and my CSS now, I call the word dot search like this, since I'm applying it for the search word object. And I want to use the width and the height. The width for it now, maybe I call it 70. Okay, let's see, 70 pixel now. And the height again, I want the height to be 40. Okay, pixel. 40 pixel again. Okay, I had to be 40 pixel. And what else again can I do? Okay, let's see these two first. Oh, this 40 is not correct. Okay, 40 pixel now for the height, and the width is 70 pixel. Okay, so now let's see how these two affect this. I will now apply this class to this cells here. After input here, I will say class 1 equal to okay. So I've saved it. I want to see again. You can see the size is too small here, so I can now increase the width because the width for this is 70. Let's say width is 150 now. How is it going to be? Okay, good now. And what about the height? Can we reduce the height to 35? And see the height again. That's good. So we can even do increase the width again to 170. Let's see. Okay, that is it now. So I can now click here and type some information about it, what you want to search for. So this for product was search here now. So these are how we can apply the link for the use of the navigation. The next thing now is the image. If you are going to apply the link to the image, I want us to start from our logo first. Is there any way you can design this logo to make it look more or better again? So let's see now. If I return to this section here again, and I say, well, another comment section here now, slash asterisk, I say, well, images now, okay? And here now, asterisk slash now. I want to say dot one. The first one is going to be what? Logo. How can the CSS be applied to the logo? Let's see a little bit of effect we can add to our logo. I name this one logo here now. So I want to see border. Let's see how effect of border for this. So border 1 pixel solid. Because I want the default color, I can stop like this. Let's say that I'm going to give a border line to the wall. Now I need to apply this class to the wall, to the image for the logo. This is where the image for the logo is. Okay, I'll come down here and now say class equal. Okay, class equal. Okay, now I want to put logo here. Okay, so the first thing I do is you can see the line around the logo here now. That is it. Apart from that, putting that line there are some property I already used to adjust the logo before. Property like the height and the width. So this property now, I have to remove it from the image. sorry, this attribute must be removed from the image. So I can now replace with the CSS. So I cut these two off and I return to the wall, to the stash here, under the logo here. The properties for the width and the height, okay. So here now we go. The width now, we pick it 200 pixel, okay. And the height, okay. So the height now is 120 pixel. You can see that the only thing that the way we write this one equal to is what we use for the attribute, but according what we use in CSS for the value. So as I return this one, you can see me still maintain it. Let's see if there's going to be any other one CSS rule, like a border radius. Now I want some edge. I say border wall, border radius. Border radius is used to be able to do what? To Border radius is used to make the edge of the wall of the image to be curved a little bit. That is what the border radius is. So if I say border wall radius now for this, I can now say, let me say 40%. 40%. 40%. So as I was saving this down, let's see the effect for it now. Can you see now? Come, come. So this is how we can apply this part. Okay, we can apply CSS to this for image. If you don't want this, we can a little bit change the word, the solid now. Maybe I change it to the 18. Let's see what the 18 give us now. You can see now. So the image I can apply a CSS to what? To the image, if this is how we want our image to be. Since our color is form of the green like this now, even though it would have been better if I can use black color, because since all these sides, the picture of our the picture we use for our image is what? Is white and it is black. It would have been better if I change this color to what? To the black, okay? So that is for this image now. Now the second image we have for the banner here, can we change it? Let's see. We can a little bit change that image to apply the border radius too to that too. So I can return back to here. This is where we have the image for banner. Okay, here now, banner image. So I can create a new CSS for this one too, just like for the logo. That's going to be one class equal, okay. So I call it banner, okay, as banner. And I'm going to first make sure the height is the first thing I'm going to apply CSS rule to. So returning back to my CSS style here now, I can now create another one, dot banner, okay. And the first one is the height. What is the value for the height now? Okay, 350 now. Okay, height 350. 350. Okay, semicolon. Okay. After that again, border radius. Border border radius now. Okay, so let's say I have 20%. I don't want the edges for this particular wall, but I don't want it to be curved completely like this one again. So I want the edges to be something like a little bit what curve. That's why I was using border radius for 20%. So now I save this. Oh, that's too much. So I can return to it. What about 10%? I should have used 5. Should have used 5. 5%. That one is not even though sharp enough. I can't save 2 now. Okay, I think I will have to pass in pz now. Okay, now so let's say I have this one specify in pz. I said 200 pixel. Okay, what is this? Oh god, this is beautiful. Can see now. Can see. So this is and at the same time again, can I have something like an over effect on this? Then when my mouse is over this, I want some other effect to appear, like small transition effect now. So I can return back to the banner here, and I have to decide what type of CSS rule I need to apply here. I say column column over, okay, and here now. So should I say border radius this? As you say the image to or border lines will appear. Okay, now say okay border border should be 1 pixel, okay, and solid, and now say okay color for border should now be what black 000. That is it now. So this radius and this should be returned. So that means my CSS over effect is at what? The moment the mouse is moved over this, say borderline, but people are it's not showing effect very well. It's not showing effect very well. Maybe because it is one pixel. So what if I now say 10